and those who have yet to become either. Um, Here I am sitting in my dorm room because this is where I'm going to be filming today's video. And as you can tell, today's video is going to be a little bit different because normally in my videos I'm with other people or I am, making a vlog and stuff like that. But today I just wanted to do a little sit down and talk kind of video because as you remember, as I said in my first video when I first came back to YouTube, I said that I was going to do a video where I wanted to maybe talk about anime, sit down and talk. But recently, none of my videos have been about that. So I wanted to finally do a video. Today's video, we are going to talk about the anime Fairy Tail. And I wanted to start with this one because Fairy Tail is actually one of my favorite animes, but it gets so much hate. And I just So the first thing I want to talk about was the hate that it gets because I personally love it, but I feel like the reason that people hate on it is because there is no ending goal to it. Because in any other anime, you know, people have a finishing goal, such as Naruto wanting to be the Hokage, or One Piece, Luffy wants to be the Pirate King. But in Fairy Tail, there is no ending goal. It's literally just about the adventures that they have. So I feel like that might be a reason why people say that they hate on it because they just feel like there's no there's only a continuation to it. They don't seem to just see the ending of it, the goal of it. Like I said, they want to see people accomplish their goals, but if there's no goal to accomplish other than just survive, then I feel like people might find that as a reason to not want to watch the anime. And another reason that I feel like people hate on it, which I feel like this reason might be a little dumb, but they say that they use the power of friendship in the anime itself because they say, oh, I need to keep fighting because I need to fight for my friends because, I need to stay strong for my friends so that we can survive together. But Fairy Tail is not the only anime that does that. But people seem to hate on that because you hate on the anime itself. Because people seem to keep hating on the anime itself. So they just find different random reasons to hate on it. And that is just something that I just do not understand. Another thing that I want to talk about the Fairy Tail anime itself is actually the creator. So the creator of Fairy Tail, Hiro Moshima, has actually created other animes that the storyline and the animation itself is not exactly similar to Fairy Tail. But one of the things, the most important thing that I see that is similar in the animes that he's created more. The other animes that he has created have been Rave Master and Eden Zero. Rave Master was the first one he created, and then it was Fairy Tail, and then it was Eden Zero. But one thing you can seem to notice in all three of these animes is that even though the storyline is not the same, the world is not the same, the characters look the same, but they all have different names, different backstories, different lives, all of that. But they have similar characters, which is why people have seemed to think that it's the same anime, but it's actually not. I guess a little bit. But what I was trying to say is that people think that the three animes are the same exact anime, but they are not. And I have seen people hate on the anime Eden Zero, which is the most recent one that came out. I believe it came out back in 2021. I believe I watched it, and as soon as I came out, people were just saying that it was an off-brand Fairy Tail or low rent or whatever other word you want to use, but it's not Fairy Tail at all. I mean, you can kind of see some of the similarities. Like I said, the characters look the same, or there are some things that exist in Fairy Tail that might also exist in Eden Zero. There are spoilers in these videos. Oops. In Fairy Tail and in Eden Zero, you can see that in both animes, dragons actually appear. But I'm pretty sure there are also dragons in Rave Master, which is the first anime. I haven't fully watched it. I maybe should have finished it before I even started recording this video, but I kind of got the concept of what's going on. I watched the first few episodes, but that was like years ago. In what I was trying to say, Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and Eden Zero are not the same anime. And I feel like Fairy Tail, I feel like people really need to fully watch the anime and like watch it. I'm not talking about just putting it on your screen and then being on your phone, because I know that we all do that. I feel like the storyline of it is really good, and the fact that there is foreshadowing in the show since the beginning, and then they don't tell you what is foreshadowing until the end of the anime, is something that I personally love that really much. Really much. I personally love that very much. As there are spoilers such as Zeref talking about how he missed seeing Natsu in the Fairy Tail anime, but we never realize how he knows Natsu until the end of the anime, that it is revealed that Natsu and Zeref are actually brothers. Zeref is the main villain of the anime, in case you have not watched it. There is a character that we see. I watched it when it was on Hulu, so there was 9 seasons in total, so I'm a little sorry if this gets confusing. But in the 3rd season is actually when we first meet Wendy Marvel, which is a dragon slayer just like Natsu Dragnew. But when they first meet, you can see Natsu saying, "Oh, I feel like I remember this girl, but I don't know from where." Which is, I just realized Wendy is the only person who he seems to remember, but he doesn't remember all the other dragon slayers because there are 5 of them in total. But when he says that he had actually seen Wendy, he remembers her, but he doesn't remember from where. It is actually revealed in the last season that they had actually met each other. All the Dragon Slayers had met each other when they were very young, but that was 400 years ago. And obviously, nobody knows that they're 400 years old if their memories have kind of like been erased or whatever. The anime itself is like really good, and I just feel like people should really give it a chance. Really give it a chance. Like, actually. I just remembered I didn't bring my book, but like I said, I'm currently in my dorm room right now. But back at my mom's house, in my room, I actually have a manga, which I didn't know existed until I bought it, which is where the 3 animes, Rain Master, Fairy Tail, and Eden Zero, they they all meet in one place. Like, they all meet each other. The main characters from each of the 3 animes all end up on one island together. I'm pretty sure this is not canon and it's just a manga that Hiro Mashima wrote. But in itself, it's really good because there are scenes where you can see the 3 main characters are similar. In the manga, you can see that Shiki, Natsu, and Haru you can see them fighting together. Their personalities are pretty similar. You can also see Rebecca, Lucy, and Ellie, which are basically the boys' partners, or I guess fighting partners. I don't know. I want to say partner so bad, but Hiro Mashima won't do it. You can see them as well fighting by each other's side. The other characters that you can also see are Wise, Gray, and Musika, all fighting together, and basically you can see how they have their personalities itself are similar but have different fighting styles, which is something that I really like to see. One of my favorite things is that in the anime Eden Zero is that the character Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail, I believe, has two characters that are similar to her. I feel like all 3 of these animes is something that you should consider watching. I feel like everybody should consider watching because the animes are really good. I tried to convince my siblings who also love anime to watch Fairy Tail, but they are so against it because since everybody has told them that Fairy Tail sucks and you shouldn't watch it, they don't want to watch it, especially my brother. it can't be that the anime is long because the anime itself is long. It has about 300 episodes. I've tried to tell him, you should watch Fairy Tail. It is a really good anime, and I feel like you would really enjoy it. But he just says that the internet tells him, the social media, everybody has been telling him that the anime itself sucks, and so he doesn't want to watch it. But I really think that it is a good show itself. Now, I'm not saying that it is like #1 anime, all of that. I love the anime very much, and it is one of my favorite ones. But like I said, there is no ending goal, so I feel like that might be the reason as to why people don't seem to want to watch it. Like all the other usual animes, shonens specifically, where people would want to watch because the main character has a certain goal in the end. Fairy Tail does not have a goal. It is literally just about the adventures that the people in the Fairy Tail Guild do have. I just really think that the Fairy Tail anime should be something that people should consider watching. When you first start watching it, the anime itself is mostly comedy, and I feel like I had a good laugh. But the more you watch it, the more you see the storyline, and the more action you see into it. Because in the beginning of the anime, when there was a fight, it'd only be maybe like per episode, each episode would be something different. While as you get more into the show, the episodes would be longer arcs, take more episodes, and get more into the storyline of even such as people's background stories, how people ended up where they are, and all of that information. And you can also see how this is another reason I feel like people maybe don't like Fairy Tail. Because in the anime itself, when you get back to everybody's backgrounds, and I'm not talking about just where they came from, but backgrounds, I'm talking generations, everybody's past always has something to do with the fairy tale of today, which would seem kind of weird because how is it that specifically everybody that is in fairy tale, their past has something to do with fairy tale itself or the end of the world? Lucy's ancestor being part of being the ones that has taken care of the demon slayers, dragon slayers, and has helped them move forward into the future. Urza's mom being one of the first people who became friends with dragons, and etc. etc. Everybody has played a part in where Fairy Tail is today and how everybody ended up there. It seems like it's by coincidence, but all the characters always end up together, and then their past is also tied together, which in a sense I just realized don't make much sense. That might be another reason why people don't like it. Or the animation itself, because in the beginning of the animation it was it was a little old, and then the animation started getting better maybe during the Tartaros arc. But basically, to be able to end this video, I just want to say I feel like people should give Fairy Tail a chance because I think it's pretty good. And I think that if you actually try to watch it and don't hate on it just because everybody else is hating on it, I'd say it's pretty good. And that concludes what should I call this? My anime talks. My anime talks. I feel like there would be a much better name for it. I don't know. My anime talks, my anime discussions. Talk anime with me. That might be a good one. This concludes my first video of Talk Anime with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys do actually try to watch Fairy Tail. If you genuinely think you can't watch it because it's too long, then I understand that. But if you just don't want to watch it because people say that it's bad, then no, please. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.